blessings. Ask it all to your spirit, and the magic will unveil. Have lots of patience and faith in love and peace. Create your own dreams. Work hard to be who you wanna be, and for your own destiny, to see your own story. Okay, hello my dears. This is Spiritual Huntress 22 Kay.Kay today. It's my first reading ever that I took on a video. My English is not always that good because I'm from Belgium. I'm normally my language is Dutch, so I will try to do my best to keep going with the flow with it, with the reading that I have now. Maybe it's going to be funny, but why not? Let's have fun a little bit, you know. I'm going to do reading about the twin flame connection because it's something that it's a journey that I am taking also with my twin flame. The twin flame is also something that is about you are going to be aligned with your divine feminine and your divine masculine inside, in your inner core, so that you embrace your feminine side and your masculine side at the same time, and accept yourself. And it's about self-love. It's a journey about self-love. I've been researching a lot about it, doing a lot videos online on tarot, also of fellow tarot readers. They're maybe much more aligned with this journey than I am, because I just been spiritually awakened not so long ago. My mom passed away in May, and since then I begin to be awakened more and more on the spiritual journey with God and with love and with the twin flame connection. I had to go through many heartbreaks, many journeys in my life that I've been hurt a lot, just like many of us will have to go through to get aligned with ourselves and to have self-love again. Because sometimes we are so codependent, or we have issues in our core that we don't even know yet because we're not alert on it. So we're not awakened spiritually. But this journey to be spiritually awakened, it helped me a lot to understand what I had to go through to to understand myself more and to be happy with myself again. So yes, and now I can be creative again. I can I'm free again. I feel free more. I understand the energies that's going through my body, just like many of us not all the energies we feel, the sadness or maybe anger or other things that we feel, are not really our energies that we feel. Maybe it's something that we pick up from other people. So really be alert, and really try to understand where the feelings are coming from, if it is yours, or if it's an energy of someone else that you're really aligned with, or that you have seen, or something else, because not every energy that we have inside of us is really ours. So really go in within with meditation, or do something, do yoga, take time for yourself, and try to find out if the emotions are yours or not. And I'm going to read my cards now. First, I will tell you also the bandana that I have, the hairband. It's one I made my own today for the reading, because I wanted to have a bandana to match my outfit. And that's something I made creatively too. I think if we are more creative within ourselves, and let our creative ideas just go and just do it, that we can be more happy within our lives, and not blocked all the time emotionally also, because it gives us energy, and it gives us really really happiness, to be yourself again, to be the kid inside yourself, to be a kid again in life, because sometimes we forget how it is to be just free, because we are following every rule that there is in the community. So it's not always easy to get out of those things that been taught to us from when we are a child. So I have new card decks. I have a deck about the wisdom of old oracles. I have a deck of the secrets, messages of the animals. I have also a deck of the Oracle of the Fairies. So I really love those cards a lot that I have. Also the Wisdom of Chakras, or Chakras. And I also have Emotional Healing deck. That's this one. So and I have my own decks. Those are things that I already had in my home. And that's love cards, to know something, it's just maybe a nice message that I can give you all for yourself, just for about yourself, what we can do today to be happy and to feel happy. So yeah. And I got little cards also with affirmations. Those are actually I had those from tea bags. So yeah, from special tea that I drink. And then these cards are with images, and that's just something I go with on the pictures, just on the feeling, It's not really special. It's not really a special deck for readings, but I used to I used to have this, and I love to use them because yeah, just with the feeling and with the pictures that you see, you know, and with the story that we are in. So with the journey that we're following. So and if there is a message that doesn't align with you, just take what resonates and drop behind what doesn't. So then I'm going to start. Uh, there are really also decks in Dutch, so sometimes I have to take a while to translate those things, and I have to also search for it. So but what was funny to me is I've been seeing a lot of growth the last few days, well, weeks actually, almost a month, maybe almost a month, a little less than a month. And what is funny is that I had this cards, and that's about catch me, about so you can see the lady with the crows. She's jumping in the unknown. It's about trust, about giving yourself to the divine, and yeah, a jump in the unknown, like I told you. And then those is from the fairies, the oracle from the fairies. And then I have also a card about the crows. What is funny, and that's a card that I pulled from my deck, from the animals. So what is really, really funny, and this is about communication, transformation, the story, and universal rights. So about judgments, judgment day is coming in. So yeah, I'm thinking about how will I go with this reading, you know. I'm going to do it you know, every deck apart, and then we'll see where we get. But first of all, I will put my candles on, just for a little bit more spiritual alignment. But actually, I pulled the cards before because yeah, it was much easier. I pulled them before already, just for my own, also because I have my own story that I'm looking at, so I can understand what my masculine is going through today, and to understand which journey he has to take to be more aligned with himself, and to really go through his awakening. But I can feel that maybe he's going to come forward, because I can feel my throat really, really hard. And those aren't feelings of mine. It isn't. Because I'm just relaxed with myself today. Yes, so I will go first through the emotional cards to understand about the emotions about ourselves, maybe what we have to work on, and about the masculine, what he has to do to get more aligned with his journey, to get more in union with his divine feminine and divine masculine within himself, and about us too, you know. That's what the journey is about, to accept ourselves with both sides. and not one side. So we can do the right things for us and not against us, you know. I got proud. Proud. I got oh, maybe I'm going to search for this one because I don't know how to translate this one. I got my little book, so I don't have to do it through my cell phone because I'm recording with my cell phone now, so I can't really do that. I can do it on my computer, but I don't want to. So I'm sorry if it's going to take a while. I know already that the reading, my first reading ever, is going to take longer than I really expected to be, but it's because I had a lot of translating to do and because it's all really new to me. So I have to discover more about what's behind the cards, you know. So I'm going to search for this cards. I'm almost there. Oh, it's about jealousy. This card is about jealousy. So okay, that gives us a little bit more insights. Then I have into a card about intuition. This is the card about intuition, and this is the sign on the back, because the emotional cards, they all have a different sign on the back. You know, this one is really beautiful. It's like a tree, but that's about the jealousy cards. Me and my masculine, and the first kiss we had was on a with a tree, you know. Our bench was on a tree, you know, next to one, before one. Yeah, I'm sorry. Then it's about sadness also, and this one is the back. It's beautiful. About the summer, the card about the summer, and it's like a circle, you know, like a circle with arrows. So also very beautiful. Then about guilt, a card about guilt that I have. And the last one is about trauma, so a card about the trauma. So yes, I will do the first one about trauma. So trauma is about the negative emotion behind it, is about trauma destroys or blocks my memory. The pain becomes endlessly in repeating, and I cannot trust my own safety anymore. I wear my scars without proud. The positive sides of trauma can be also trauma can be free because of love, friends and family. I cherish my healing because I seen the dark, and I appreciate the light even more. So the paradox about this one is no, what can be hidden can be damaging, and trauma can be healing by the light in and the light that we show. So yes, that's about if you feel it like a negative thing, then it speaks from itself that the trauma can destroy your memory from the past. The pain can repeat endlessly, and you have to just let go. You have to have more trust and faith in the universe and in what is coming in our paths. So some people don't have trust enough. Um, and the positive side from this one can be like what I'm doing, because I'm already in a path that I've had a lot of traumas, but I've let go of them also. So I remember my traumas, but I don't use them in a negative way. I just use them to see them like a lesson, like a lesson. If there happens something, then you know from the past what to do or what not to do. So and you cannot hold on to a grudge like that. Sometimes we have to let go of the pains that we have about it. That we embrace our darkness inside, so we can more align with the dark and the light side of ourselves, so we can shine brighter. That's what I'm trying to do also. Then about the summer, I have to search for these words. It's about age, about when we were. It's about young grown up. To be young grown up. Life profile is being a grown, becoming an adult, becoming an adult, changes and ambitions. So and the important qualities about this card is about sensitivity, transformation, and character. So affirmations about this one is: the best is still in front of me, and I try to find myself in all chances of life. What I think is a beautiful card also. We can also learn from this one to to accept what is in front of us. Don't expect anything in the future. Just be in the near present, and just enjoy yourself more, and enjoy to find yourself in every chance you get in life, because I was lost before, and I had many chances in front of me, but I didn't took them because I was too tired. I'm also going to be honest. I was a smoker before. I smoked cigarettes. I smoked marijuana. I drank a lot, and I was really, really unhealthy. But I stopped all those things because I just wasn't aligned anymore with myself, and I was lost every time again that when I did it. It made me really tiring. I couldn't get out of bed anymore. I just wasn't myself anymore, and I was lost in this world, in the drugs and in alcohol. Those things aren't good for our energies. If you want to change your vibrations, if you want to change your energies in the positive way, and be more in the light, then we don't have to allow the devil from those abuses to our bodies, like alcohol, drugs, and those things. Our cigarettes also, it's not good for us. I'm sorry. That's energy that I'm letting go, so it means that it's true. That's something I learned. when I'm speaking the truth and when I let go of something, because I'm more aligned with what I'm telling, then I'm going to, how do I? Oh, I'm so sorry about this, guys. Um, some of you are going to be better than this, are going to be better in English. I'm really trying to be. Um, so I can't find it yet. It's going to be somewhere here. Yes, it's about yawning. Yes, okay. Some of you already knew that. So yeah, sorry for the wait. And then about the guilt, then we had the trauma, we had the summer. Then I have the card about the guilt. That's about guilt comes forwards because of our knowledge that we never can forget. I carry my if you're not aligned with yourself, that you carry it all over with every step you take in life. You carry it with you when you're not all together and you're not complete, and I am the judge of my own punishment. So that's something we can teach from, because I've learned that we are sometimes so guilty, we feel so guilty that we are a judge of our own. So it's not about really other people. True again. It's not really about other people watching our movements like that. They are not really always taking the guilt, watching us in guilty eyes, or in eyes that they blame us or something. But sometimes we punish our own so much that the people around us reflect on that and take the negative emotions from that, and they reflect it on you. So if you feel some guilt about things in the past that you did, and you're not you don't forgive yourself, then people around you will not forgive you about those things in the past also. So sometimes we have to try to teach to let go, to let go of those things. Then the positive side of this card is guilt is the acknowledgement from responsibility, and I will make up wherever I can. I've learned my lessons and now I can move on. So like I told you, we sometimes have to learn our lessons from it and accept that those things happened to teach us a lessons, because God and the universe, they don't, or the divine, however you want to call it, however you want to resonate with it, we well, it's like, we are going through life in so many lessons, so many things, traumas, other things, just to teach us lessons. And if we're not trying to listen to those lessons, then we have to get those lessons again and again and again until we learn from them. So sometimes for some people they're going to be later in life, and for some people they're going to be soon in life when you're a child or not adulting yet. With me, I had to go through many lessons from when I was a kid. So my family had to go through a lot with me. So I'm really sorry for my family. But I accept myself and I forgave myself. So, and also the paradox in this one is what we talked about. I accept the guilt because I take it in the future to do better. And I deserve forgiving from the past. So, yes, that's a card we can all learn from also, and it's something that I have I'm sorry a lot. I have already done that, but I know my masculine is going through mistakes and going through lessons of these, and that he has a hard time forgiving himself for the things he done wrong, because I know I will love him no matter what he does. He's not always good in his actions, and I know he can take a lot of guilt from this. So I know this card is for him. Again, the truth. So yes, but I hope he can one day forgive himself, because he deserves forgiveness just like every one of us does. Sadness. Then I got the card of sadness, and that's about sadness is a scar that's been brought about love through cruelty and destiny, cruel destiny. I've been overwhelmed by I have to search for that word. Okay, I'm almost here. Oh, okay, yes, I understand now. I'm overwhelmed by grief, and I pull myself back out of the world, out of the world, in a storm of loss. So that's really sad, and I hope some of you guys. I've been through that. To be honest, I've been through so many losses, so many sadnesses, and it's not really easy to deal with it, but we have to learn from those mistakes and learn from the grief that we have, because we lose people, people die, or we just lose relationships that aren't good for us, or that done us harm, even though we love them. We can't help love people, but we can help to put boundaries. You have to put boundaries for yourself to protect yourself, because some people, if you're really a lovable person, if you're really open and you try to help all the people around you, then sometimes they can make use of this and yeah, really yeah, hurt you a lot in the process of it. So but sometimes we have to the damage is already done in our hearts, so sometimes we have to pull back in our own worlds and not go into the worlds of others, or to go to talk to others, because we have a codependency behavior in all of us, that if there is something wrong and something happens and we feel the sadness or something else, we always go to talk to other people, but we don't go to talk with ourselves. We don't take time to see, to take time to heal from these wounds. We just put them in a pot, we talk about it with other people, we put them in a pot, or we just going to write them open all over again and again and again. But it's a repeating cycle that we have to let go of, because it's a circle of life that sometimes we have to break through, to really get aligned with whatever. Again, the truth. Um, so we have to get aligned, and let go of these things. We can take time for ourselves, but sometimes the advice of others or to talk about it can be a relief, but it's not always aligned with our inner selves. So we always know what is inside of us, and we know which course we need to take in life. No one can know that for us. We cannot know that for other people too. So and then the positive side of this card is grief is also uh, a lovable afterthoughts, and I honor what is lost, and I carry slowly into healing day by day. My memories are valuable, are to be cherished. And then the paradox, the ash of loss becomes warm through memories, and therefore it's it's I'm going to search for this words again. Sorry. It stirs up. Yes, I'm sorry. I know it again. It stirs up the new life in us. So yeah, and it's something that I'm going to go through again in the future, because my mom, the ashes from my mom, we are still have to be they still we still have to get news from that to have our own ashes with us from my mama. So yes, we have to wait from that, and I think that is something that is also about my inner self and about my story with my mom and with what I'm going through. And also, yeah, even though I'm happy now, I still miss my masculine also. I love him a lot, so it's sometimes it takes me to through grief too, to have grief about him too. But I know he has a lot of grief with me too. So because he blocked me, he didn't want me to send him anymore. What was painful for me, but I think it was also painful for him because he took this path for himself. And yes, So, on to the next. Damn true again! Intuition. I have to trust that my intuition and my heart will be fair with me. And honest. So, yes. I research my inner world and I try to understand it. And I pay attention to the hidden messages that my emotions trying to send me. So what I think is a beautiful card too, because we can all learn from this. Sometimes, like I told before, we have to meditate to go within, to really trust our intuition, because our intuition is the most um, accurate in our lives, that we have to pay attention to and really listen to, because sometimes we do things against our intuition, even though we know that it's not good for us. We know that those things aren't aligned with us, but still we do it. Just like I am drinking Nalu to not get tired, also because I'm working a lot to get things ahead. Sometimes I have to meditate a little bit more, just like I think many of us in our pets. And I know this is also something that is bad for me, like other things, because I had a card with the older wisdom of the old oracles, and that was this card. I've been through this before, and it was the card of sensitivity. Sensitivity, yes, and it was about that we sometimes are spiritually awakening, but we are still doing things that are not aligned with our energies, so it can bring us a little down too. Um, Again, the truth is being told. um, but still, I'm going to take a little sip against what I know is not aligned. Everyone has his faults that he needs to teach to get lost, to get rid of. Um, we have to all put work in ourselves to become a better version of ourselves, um, but it will be great. We can do it all, and we have to, if we really are getting aligned more, and we do the things that we know are good for us and for our energies, then we all have to learn from it. We all have to learn, and sometimes it is with getting up again and falling, and getting up again and falling. It's a lesson that is always repeating itself until we learn it. So, but I will learn them. Because I'm really stepping forward in my powers as a divine feminine, and I'm really getting more aligned with myself and understanding which paths I need to take and what do I need to do. Like these cards, I really want to help other people to help them heal and get better in their journey also. So then we have jealousy, the card of jealousy. Jealousy is something deep within, that is a possessive nature that other ones. Alright, I'm going to put that sentence in the computer because it's too hard to really get it in a good translation, um, so you guys can understand, you know. um, so also the candles and the the incense that I use is also to get the bad energies away and the energies more in alignment, and it's also more to get in alignment with our divine above, and to really get the message more true, because we all have the devil and an angel that are trying to speak to us. I'm more aligned with the angels right now, not anymore with the devil, because I let go of those things more and more. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes, 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 yes. This is also something that I know many have towards me, because my pet that I'm taking, but I'm working very hard to become where I am right now. So it's not coming from itself, you know. It's not always dropping in my hands and in my lap, you know. Um, we all have to work for what we get, and if you want a big treasure in life, then you have to work a lot more than others, you know. And if you want just a small price, then you can chill more. You can take more time to relax and take more time to do whatever you want. Then you don't have to really care about it. But I want the big treasure in life. I want to work hard to have the big treasures ahead, you know. And I have done a lot of work, inner work, you know, within myself to really get where I am right now. Um, but I understand this one because envy is the deeply imagined possessions of someone else's blessings. So envy is something that always other people are like, they are envy on your success because they are not successful within themselves, because they are successful in the material, in the materials that they have in life, that they have achieved, maybe through money. They have a lot of stuff. They have a great house, they have a car, everything that they need. But if they see someone that is truly in alignment with who they are creatively and others, then it can be a lot. It can bring a lot of envy in them. And I know that the karmic is really envy of the pet that I'm taking. She's trying to do things that I'm doing, because she is lost in her own pets, which we really cannot we cannot blame her, because you know, I've been like that before. I have also in my past relationships, with the man of my daughter, the father of my daughter, you know, the father of my daughter, not the man of my daughter. I'm so sorry. The father of my daughter or other men that I had in life, I tried to be a good woman, but I wasn't really that aligned with who I was. Because I was lost in addictions. I was lost in love addictions, in drug addictions, in alcohol addictions. I had so many different things that I need to learn from. That's why I've been through so many things, breakups, other things, because I wasn't aligned completely with who I was in myself. We have to be aligned within ourselves, and if we are aligned within ourselves, we embrace the people around us and we don't judge them anymore. We're not envy of them. We can accept them who they are, and we can accept ourselves and be around them and be happy also for them and for ourselves. So it's a lesson we all have to learn from. So if you notice that you are envy of someone else, if you have enviness through to someone else or something, then it's time to work within yourself. It's time to work in the healing process for yourself, so you get more aligned in what your purpose of life is, what you want to do for life. They have what they have what I deserve. The fact that happiness isn't wacht even. Okay, that was Dutch. Wacht even. That's like be patient. Wait. Like you cannot understand that one. I think you already knew. So I'm going to read it again. Envy is the deeply imagined possession of someone else's blessings. They have what I deserve. The fact that their happiness, that I don't have their happiness, disturbs my comfort, disturbs my inner peace, and the positive side of this card is and I know with the negative, that's not something I have towards people, because I accept myself so much that if I see other people doing well, I really encourage them, or not. If they're not doing well, I also encourage them to get in more alignment and to get in a better path for themselves, because I know this is something. The negative side from envy is really something that many of us are going through, because we are not happy with ourselves, and the positive card, excuse me so much, but it's true again. The positive card from this one is envy is a deep self reflection that we have to take through, and see through humbleness. We have to be humble through to other people, and through humbleness becomes being general, being grateful for what we have, being really happy with what we have. And the paradox from this card is also a true kingdom is what I have, and more and to want to have more in life is less from life, that the true kingdom is already what we have in our hands. we don't have to need, we don't need more, we don't need more to be happy, you know. Sometimes we are looking for really more when we have all that we need, you know. Then the last card from the emotions is being proud. I'm sorry, but I'm proud of myself for doing this. Oh, so that's true. But being proud, proud is sensitive. And this is the negative side from this cards. Proud is sensitivity from selflessness, and I've been hurt like a question mark. Um, so that we've been hurt so many times that we have question marks about our own authority in ourselves. Um, I I decline my dependencies from others. I decline to accept that I'm codependent to others, and I really I take too much to my outer looks. That's what's here in the cards. What actually I'm not doing anymore, because I'm just doing this because I love this look. I love it for myself. I don't do anything anymore for others. I just do things for myself. That's something that we all need to learn, because we don't have to be beautiful for the world. We don't have to be beautiful for anyone else but ourselves. We have to be aligned with ourselves. We have to be happy with ourselves. We have to be happy with how we look. We don't have to take clothes styles. We don't have to take jewelry or things that are not aligned with what we truly love to wear, what we truly love to do, what we truly. Just be yourself. Please be yourself. Wear what you self love and not what another expects of you. Then the positive sides from this card is being proud is to have self-respect and involvement in my own norms within myself. I stand up and stimulate my own worth, and I appreciate myself, and I refuse to make myself small. What I think is really what I just told, and also beautiful saying in the cards. The paradox of this card is I'm proud of my I am proud of my you know I'm so sorry. I'm going to search for this one because I don't know the translation of this. Yes, okay. I understand now. I am proud of the resilience that I have. That if I fail, that I go back to give up my ego again and change it again. So sometimes this paradox is actually about being proud of yourself, and be resilient. And if you fail, that You give up your ego again to change yourself again. You don't have to be wearing an ego for other people, because sometimes we are so much in this world doing what others supposed to think of us, doing what other expects of us, just because we don't want to change, because we're too afraid actually from what other people are going to think of us. What is something that is also a difficulty for me, because I'm still working on this, because like doing this reading, it's also for me a really big risk. I know there are a lot of people where I live that are going to be judgy. A lot of people going to be jealous, are going to be angry with me, are going to nag at me, be negative at me. But I know also that there are a lot of people that are going to appreciate it, and are going to be drawn to it, and drawn to be more aligned with themselves too. So I can inspire people, or I can make people angry with this, but actually that's something we all have to need to let go, because it's not about them, it is about ourselves. It's about being happy with what you do for yourself, you know. I had I'm going to be honest, I had a lot of trouble to show this side of myself, this evolution of myself, this change to my family, because I was scared that my family was not going to like me for this. But actually, I let them see more and more again and again. I'm I'm trying to be more aligned, and trying to let my ego go, to show my family who I am now, and not from the past. So it's a difficult road we all have to learn from, and we all have to take, because the ego only stands in the way of who you truly are inside. Um, because of scare, because of envy, because of all those things. So we have to let go of them. So that's about the emotional cards, and then we don't even have the other cards done yet. So oh my god. And I'm already in a reading about 1 hour just from those cards alone. So I have a lot that I'm telling you guys right now. So sorry. So no, I am a lot of telling a lot about these cards right now. So but I'm going to be honest. Yes. I'm going to leave it with this deck only, because the reading is much more longer than I really expected. But I hope you also could learn from these cards, and tomorrow I will work on the other ones. I will work on the other cards also, because I can take a look from behind the scenes already. So maybe tomorrow I can work a little bit faster than these other cards, but I just have a lot to tell. I want to teach a lot of you people, to get more aligned with yourselves, because it's really what we all deserve, you know. Everyone deserves it, even the karmics, even the we all deserve it. The divine, we all can teach from the past lives, and the hurts that we're going through. So I will leave it with that, for today. And I hope you've liked it, and tomorrow it will be another video. Well, actually today I will work on the other cards, but now it's time for me to go to sleep. To have a rest, because tomorrow I have to wake up for my little kids again. So good night, good morning. Doesn't matter when you watch this. It's all a different time zone for everyone. And actually, if you see a video, well, that is more because it's the time to see it, you know. If you don't see this video when it was posted, then it means that it wasn't the right time for you to see it. So I wish you all the best, and I hope that you all can heal within yourself to be more aligned with yourselves. And thank you so much for everything. Thank you for listening to this video, and I hope you like the video if you do like it, and subscribe if you want to hear more of these videos. So goodbye, and thanks for listening to me and to my advice from the cards, and to what spirits has to tell us and teach us. So yes, goodbye. Have a nice day.